What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. I am up here today in Stuart, Florida, fishing with my good buddy Aaron from the YouTube channel Ben's Fishing. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you've probably noticed that I really try my best effort to diversify my content and go out there and try to catch as many different species as I possibly can to share with you all. But I have noticed that the vast majority of you really seem to like when I am targeting giant trophy snook. So today we're gonna give the people what they want, and we're gonna get out there and see if we can get on some big linesiders. We are coming into the winter months here in South Florida, so some of the techniques and strategies might be a little bit different than you normally see, but I'm gonna do my best to teach you all what I know about chasing these fish when it's colder out. That way you can get out there and have some success finding these snook as well. So thanks so much for clicking on the video. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started and try to get on some fish.
Listen, I love catching snook on artificial lures like topwater plugs and swim baits just as much as the next guy. But in the winter, these fish tend to be a lot more lethargic and a lot less aggressive than they are in the warmer months. So we decided for this day that mullet would be the bait of choice. Partially because if these big snook are going to exert energy to feed, they're most likely going to want a big meal that can hold them over for a while. With a couple of pancake throws of the net by Aaron, we were loaded up on perfect baits and ready to get on some fish. Our idea was to find the warmest water we possibly could in the area we were fishing. Concrete structures such as seawalls tend to trap heat, making them great areas to locate wintertime snook. So we figured that's where we would start first.
All right, y'all, we're just getting started right now. We have a well full of baits, which is a beautiful thing. That is probably one of the toughest things about fishing in the wintertime is just acquiring the bait. Aaron is throwing a mullet up on the wall. I got mine right here, but the name of the game with seawall fishing is just to have the bait as close to the wall as humanly possible. Aaron was just mentioning to me that people think, this is his theory, that people think that snook and jacks will stage up on a wall almost as like a home base. But his theory is that they're moving from wall to wall, actually coming to the wall just to feed. So that's interesting. I never thought about that before, but this guy does so much snook fishing. He's a fanatic and a guru, if you ask me. So he knows his stuff, and that's a pretty cool theory. Oh, fish on me. That's jack, no? Yeah, small jack. All right, it's only been 5 minutes or less at this first wall. It's early afternoon, and it looks like we got Mr. Jack came out to play.
It's like a 10-pounder.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
All right, Aaron says it's about a 10-pounder. He got eyes on it pretty good. He doesn't think he can eat this mullet. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but something that's pretty cool is I've had this happen countless times. Activity brings more activity. So when that jack starts frantically trying to eat this mullet, the mullet's going crazy, throwing off a bunch of splash, it can catch the attention of a bigger predator in the area, whether that be a snook or a bigger jack, tarpon, whatever the case may be. So it's always good to have some activity going on. Even if it's not the fish you want to catch, they could always draw in that big trophy fish that you're looking for. You couldn't ask for a better, if you want to call it, performance out of this bait. I pitched him up against a wall and he's got like one fin along the wall and just swimming down it perfectly parallel, which is so clutch. If there was a fish on this wall, I could almost guarantee this bait would get annihilated, but maybe there's just nothing home right now. We were just talking about making a move. I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. Like, if you try an area that you know that fish can be sitting at, but they're just not there, you know, there's gonna be less fish around. It's colder out, so make a move and try to dial in a pattern and see where you can locate the fish on that specific day. Some of your summertime and your springtime spots are not gonna be holding fish in the wintertime. It's just how it goes. But we're learning here, and I think we're gonna make a move and see if we can find some fish elsewhere. Alrighty, y'all, we just pulled up to spot number 2. It's a little bit different. We're gonna hit a dock right here. Similar idea about the structure holding heat, and it's just a good place for some snook to stage up and feed and kind of protect themselves. But this is not an ordinary dock. Aaron was just telling me it is actually surrounded by hard bottom, like oyster bars, rocks, stuff like that, and all that is gonna help hold heat, which that's the theory here. That's the name of the game. Like, find where the water temperature is gonna be a little bit warmer than the surrounding water and hopefully find the fish. Let's get a bait up in there. Aaron was just telling me that this is because there's all this hard bottom here, the fish kind of like cruise around. I also think, man, it's sunny right now. We kind of have a high sun and the water's shallow. It's kind of low tide. So these fish, I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but snook do this thing, I call it sunning. But they basically are just gonna like kind of sit towards the surface and just absorb as much warmth from the sun as they possibly can. So sometimes looking for a shallow flat like this that has hard bottom could be a great place to start. Even with all the experience that Aaron has and that I have snook fishing, it's always good to like pay attention to the day, just like little nuances and what's gonna be working better. Like it's always changing every single day. There's always something to learn, even if you've been out here for 15, 20, 25 years. You could always try to figure something out and become a better angler. All right, we just pulled up to a fresh seawall here. This is spot number 3. We are definitely putting in some work and some time today. But back to the seawall theory. Hopefully there's some fish moving through here. See what happens.
That I had as a like.
Oh!
Oh my god, giant snook.
Didn't get it, yeah. All right, just had a snook pop me underneath that dock. Dude, he missed it. I tried pitching this bait back in there where that snook attempted to eat it, and the bait got wise and is swimming away from the wall. Like I said before, that wall is really where you're gonna produce the bite. So I just hooked him here underneath the anal fin, and hopefully that's gonna get this fish to swim away from me. As I pull against him, he'll wanna swim the opposite direction, away from the resistance, and hopefully right to that area where that snook is. As much as we want to stay here, because we did have one nice fish come up and try to engulf the mullet, we're going to stick with what we've been doing and we're going to move and try to find, Aaron's saying if we find the right wall, it's going to go off. So making another move, hopefully we can get on the fish. I can actually see him swimming down the wall. Unbelievable. These baits have just been really playing for the home team today. Oh man. Ooh.
Giant snook. Giant snook.
Did he eat it though?
Oh my god.
Oh, he missed it. Should I go back right there? Or do you think he's chasing it?
He's swimming so well. That's caught. I go back.
All right, just had a really big fish try to eat the mullet. Story of today, didn't commit, didn't actually inhale it. That was a very big fish. I was watching my mullet swim down the wall and just giant boil, but once again, no inhale. It's tough.
We don't get rain for this. That's a jack. That's a jack.
Dude, when the first one that came up looked like a
It
snook
was. I
though.
saw it. That's a jack. You got it. He's on.
Oh no. Oh, I lost him.
That's the story of my life, bro.
What
It was
was
a big
this?
jack.
Dude, what?
That was a big one. Like 15, 20 pounds. That's our seawall.
That was
Seawall
sick.
beast.
Yeah, that snook might have moved down the wall that way. Yep. Oh, that's snook, right?
Yeah, it's a
Sounds
snook.
like it.
That's a snake. I saw that clear as day. Yeah.
Oh my god, you didn't get it?
No, he's still on it.
It looked like your bait shot all the way up here. Yeah, he did.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Wasn't huge.
Nah. That was cool though.
By now, you guys can probably tell that this day was an absolute grind. And with daylight running out quickly, we decided to take a run way upriver to try our luck at one last seawall.
Oh. That jack though. I think whatever it is has my bait. Yep.
Giant jack.
It's a giant? Alright, we're finally hooked up with a hook and a fish. It's taking off like a freaking bat out of hell. Oh, that was pretty cool. I don't know. Might have to chase him, dude.
Think so?
Just because of the angle he's gonna have here. I'm a little worried about it. He's about to get me on this piling, dog.
Here. Oh shit. I'm moving.
Go freeze full for a second. Yeah.
Is that him right out there?
Yeah, I think so. Just trying to make sure I'm free of this for sure.
Yeah, you're good.
This thing's running more drag than the ones we caught on top water plugs.
I know, it's crazy.
Well, I want to catch snook for you guys, but we got a jack on. That is probably the one species that's gonna be bycatch for us out here looking for snook.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, dude. This is probably a pretty big fish. Took a serious run. Luckily for me, it ran to the open water, which can't really ask for more. Let's see, hopefully we can get our hands on this fish and see just how big it is. My biggest jack ever came with Aaron, and this was probably gonna be at least in my top 5, I'd have to guess. Been grinding all day, not much happening. It's the first fish we've had tight for any prolonged period of time. I loosened my drag when he started taking off like that, just because.
It's gotta be big though, look at that headway.
I definitely didn't want to have a no, it's not that big.
No?
No. Maybe
They go hard in the river.
15.
To my audience.
Yeah. Aaron was just saying that these fish pull a lot harder here in the river than they do in some of the other areas where you catch them. Got to get down and low a little bit with him. Yeah, he's not that big at all.
It's not bad though. That's gotta be 15 to 20 pounds.
Yeah, it's like 15, I'd say. Gave us a hell of a fight, that's for sure.
You got her?
I got her.
Oh dude, she's thick. That thing might be 20 pounds.
Aaron is saying that this fish is probably around 20 pounds. You hear him grunting, that infamous grunt that these jack crevalles do. Look at the coloration on this fish. I might pop up on the screen an ocean jack so you guys can see how silver they are and just how green and gold this fish is. That is bonkers. The difference in color. Really pretty. We're gonna get this guy back in the water and get another bait out there and hopefully get a snook, because we really want to try to get some wintertime snook to show you guys. Let's get this guy back. So with a jack crevalle, the best method for release is going to be a head dive. Get the water rushing through their gills and they'll take off nice and good. So here we go. All right, good morning everyone. It's probably been about 2 weeks since I was last out here with Aaron, and I won't lie, this is our 3rd attempt to try to catch some wintertime snook. Aaron and I went to Sebastian Inlet and we were doing some deep jigging. The water was really cold and we spotted some fish, we marked some fish, but for whatever reason they were just lockjaw and we didn't get any bites all day long. We put in like an 8-hour day, so we regrouped. We're trying again. We're gonna stick with some seawall, mangrove shoreline, stuff like that today and see if some of these fish are gonna be feeding. I got my buddy Colin with me today. He's behind the camera. Colin has never caught a snook bigger than 38 inches, so one of the goals for today is to try to put him on his PB snook. First order of business, we gotta get some bait and then we're gonna get to fishing. We got about 5 hours to kill today, so let's see if we can get it done.
After making bait, Colin and I ran all over the river. We hit mangrove shorelines, seawalls, and docks for several hours with very little action. We then proceeded to hit some smaller, shallow seawalls on the edges of residential canals, and finally, we were able to start developing a successful pattern.
I wonder if it's just because the water's so low. Ooh. Come on, eat it. Oh, it's a nice snook, dude.
Oh, it is. I see him.
Don't cast over there, hold on.
Oh, that's a big snook.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Well, we found a wall finally with some fish. We've been searching like crazy and we just can't seem to find anything today. And I had a nice, Colin and I both got eyes on it. Probably 34 to 36 inch snook come up on my mullet and just not commit. They're being finicky, man. Wintertime snook fishing, that's how it goes. It was nice to see some signs of life. All right, so we've only had that one snook so far come up and investigate the bait but not eat it. But we're trying to develop some sort of a pattern here. So Colin and I are now gonna hit another set of seawalls that lead into a canal, because that's how we found that last fish. So maybe, God willing, they're kind of sitting on seawalls like that on the edge of these canals. So let's see, we got one right in front of us here. It's deeper than what we've been fishing. Oh, he's already scared. Oh. Did he get it?
You ate?
I don't know. Yeah. It's a jack.
Jack?
Yeah, for sure. Switching speeds at the boat.
Yeah, we got a sandwich?
Yeah, you can. Oh. First bait up on this wall. It's actually a wall that Aaron and I hit last time we were out here. I'm hooked up on a jack. Who knows how big it is. He's dragging the boat though. I don't really want to blow up on this wall and scare everything off of here. I have a fairly tight drag. Just using the trolling motor to pull myself away from the structure. This fish is towing the Ginu around, which is hilarious. Now I'll crank him in under the boat. Dude, this thing's dogged so friggin' hard. Let's go for the land on this guy here. Obviously catch and release on these jacks. These things fight so hard, pound for pound. Gotta be one of the hardest fighting fish, especially inshore. And just like that one from earlier in the video, because he's back here in this river water, this tannic water, he's got these really pretty golds and greens. Nice jack crevalle, probably like an 8 to 10 pound fish. So beautiful back here in this river water, man. I can never get tired of how pretty these fish are. Really aesthetically beautiful with the yellows and the greens and the golds. We're gonna pop the hook out of this fish, give him a little head dive, no worse for the wear, and we're gonna get back on the wall with another bait and see if we can get a snook. Whew. Oh! Is that a snook or a jack?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big fish though, right?
Yeah.
Did he not get it?
No.
Holy crap. That looked like a big fish, did it not?
Yeah. His whole tail came out of the water.
Dang, how did he freaking miss it?
If that was a snook, oh my, that would be a
I saw it at, yeah, no, I saw it at first. I saw like the green and I was like, oh my God, is that a snook's giant freaking face? But dude, maybe there's some fish in this canal. I don't know how he missed that thing.
I hit it twice.
Oh, kind of shocked that he missed it. Dude, that fish was enormous. I think that was like a 30 pounder.
Probably.
Like I saw his head and his head was freaking gargantuan. Oh, oh my God. Did he get it? Oh my God. Dude, that's a snook. That's gotta be a snook. Oh, come on, man. Come back for it, baby. Bro, that was a big fish, bro. Oh my God.
For sure, snook?
I think so. No. Come on. Well, at least the action's picking up, man.
Yeah.
Whoo, boys and girls, I didn't have eyes on it, but I think I just had a big snook hit me in this corner, kinda. That was brutal. They're not getting the baits. I was just telling Colin, if every single fish that we had come up on our baits today actually committed and ate, we'd have a pretty solid day going, but that's just how fishing goes sometimes. Got to get super lucky for one of these fish to actually inhale the bait. it's kind of a big meal for them to eat in the middle of the winter. They got to exert a lot of energy, so usually only get one shot, and that's basically it. So we have had some pretty steady action in this canal. We're only about 100 yards into the canal, and we've had 4 or 5 bites, plus that jack I caught on the outside. And Colin and I, you know, like, we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to see what the reasoning is. Why is there fish in here rather than the 10 other spots that we hit today? And it's deeper water. It looks like it's muddier water, so it might be holding more warmth. It actually is 72 degrees, which is about 2 to 3 degrees warmer than any other area that we fished today. But just the mud itself will like hold that warmth, and these fish tend to congregate in that. So it's important to kind of pay attention to your surroundings whenever you're looking for snook in the colder months, because just one little thing like that, like a little bit deeper water, even if it's like a 2-foot difference or a 1 to 2 degree temperature change, can make all the difference as to where the fish are and where they're not. Ooh, 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 ooh. I see a nice snook, a really nice snook. He's coming for my bait. Where'd he go? He's under it. Come on. Oh, he got it.
Got it.
Oh my God. I need him to swim away from me. I knew that was gonna happen. He didn't have it. I should have let him choke it. Dude, that was a big snook.
I saw him eat it.
That was a big, big snook. I knew that was gonna happen, bro. Circle hooks. I should have had a J on. Shoot. That was so cool. All right, well, I don't know if that picked up on camera, but basically we're coming down this residential canal, which is another great place to find big snook in the colder months. I know I sound like a broken record, and I just saw a snook like right alongside the boat, and my mullet just happened to be in the perfect spot. He spotted my mullet right at the same time as I spotted the snook, or she rather, and she just started hawking it down, and then she smoked it, but I knew I had the wrong angle for a circle hook, and I missed her, man. I wasn't really expecting to do like sight fishing like that, so that is a bummer, dude. That was probably close to a 40-inch fish all day. That was a big fish. Wow, that's tough. That is tough, man. Tough.
Sadly, after missing that fish, we got 0 bites. We did get to see a bunch of porpoise hunting jacks, which was super sick, and seeing that big snook in that canal got me thinking that maybe concentrating on dead-end canals could be the key to our success moving forward.
Alrighty, y'all. It's a beautiful day. I cannot remember, to be honest, if this is day 3 or day 4 of this wintertime snook mission, but we are back out here. Cameraman Dan behind the camera, my dog. We're gonna enjoy the day today and really try to get on these wintertime snook. They have been eluding me, which I'm not surprised. They're tropical fish and they don't do well in the cold weather. So we're really trying to get a big fish to the boat today. You guys saw that I lost a giant last time. That was probably a 42 to 43 inch snook. I never got a hook in that fish, had a terrible angle, but it got me thinking that these fish might be stacked up in some residential canals. So we're in a residential canal right now. We're heading to an area where there's some salt ponds, docks, stuff like that. The water's a little bit more still back here. It should be warmer. Hopefully if we can find some fish, they should eat. Mullet in the well, got some rods with us that are gonna work good in this high structure area, so let's get after it. We're coming through this canal nice and slow. The idea is to try to sight fish one of these snook. I think they should be laid up, maybe trying to catch some sun rays, trying to warm up. Let's see what happens, man. This is a great area. It's pretty undisturbed. You can kind of hear some construction in the background, but as far as getting into this area, you have to have a micro skiff or a jet ski or something like that, or a kayak. So the fish in here don't see as much pressure as the surrounding areas. So let's see, we're just gonna go nice and slow, take our time. We don't wanna spook any of these fish. If we can find one before they see us and present the bait properly, they should eat. Look how nice this place is. We've been in here a couple of times in the past. We came in here looking for black drum actually, and we ended up finding some really nice snook. I was with Dan, we caught 2 or 3 mega fish, so let's see. Hopefully they're in here today. I've never really tried it in the winter time per se, so it looks like the perfect area for them to stack up. He was in here 100%. He was a big, big fish. He had a remora on him. All right, we're flying the drone, just trying to get like some B-roll of the area, and we were just going kind of fast, of course. And I came right across the snook and I hit him. I saw him too late, and then he chased my bait for a second, then he saw the boat and got scared. But that was a great sign. That was a huge 42, 43-inch snook, huge.
After not seeing that snook with my naked eye until it was basically at my feet, we decided to use the drone as a sort of bird's eye view to help us spot some of these spooky fish.
He's all the way out here?
He's going towards the middle. Now he's coming back left. He's on the bank. He's just swimming slowly.
He's on the bank?
Yeah. Do you see the drone or no?
Is he right under the drone?
Right underneath the drone.
Which way is his head facing?
To the left. Towards the rocks. Towards the bank. Dude, he's huge. There's two of them. There's two of them there.
There are?
Yeah.
Danny has spotted a snook with the drone. It's probably considered cheating, but whatever. They're swimming up the seawall, huh?
Yeah, swimming up the seawall.
Are they swimming really fast?
Slow. They're cruising.
There was two of them, you're sure? Oh, he's on me. Something's on me. I don't know if that was him. What the heck happened there? Oh, that's a jack. Where's the freaking snook? He's got it. 1, 2. What the hell? It's a little jack. I can't stick him. You found the snook?
Yeah.
He's on the other side. He's coming at us for sure, right?
He's on the seawall. On the seawall to your left. Right there. At the point.
Oh, yes, he just ate it.
There you go. No.
Oh, no. He's trying to.
That's a jack.
No, I saw a snook.
Oh, no, they're all jack. Oh, the snook is in the middle of it.
The snook tried to eat it.
Yeah, he did try to eat it.
We just had a giant snook try to eat the mullet, but he missed it. And then there was like 4 or 5 jacks simultaneously also trying to eat it. And I think it scared the snook. So we're trying. We're really trying to get a big wintertime snook. We're working on it.
Watching this footage back in slow-mo, it turns out that big snook did eat the bait up against the wall. And unfortunately, in the moment, I thought the jack beat her to it, and I pulled the bait right out of her mouth. We flew the drone around a bit more and spotted some more fish, but by the time we would end up getting close with the ginu, they had all dove deep. We also saw a saltwater croc, which was absolutely wild and not something I was expecting to see in these salt ponds, but after that we decided to land the drone for a few and see if we could sight fish one of these snook the old-fashioned way.
I popped up here on the polling platform. It just gives me some better visibility trying to spot these snook. It's wild how many mullet are here. There's just a plethora of giant mullet. They're almost so big that I have to double take them. They look like freaking snook. We've seen some snook with the drone too. We were trying to put ourselves in a good position, but no solid eats yet. Hopefully we can get one before the day is done. I got a fish on. Oh my God, oh, that's a snook. I think I got him. Yes, a nice snook. Let's go. Oh man, we've been working for this one. Stay on, baby. Got to get him out here in the open a little. Oh, it's a nice fish, dog. Really nice fish. Got 60-pound leader. There's some rocks and stuff here though. Oh wow, this fish is tugging. Ooh, he's going right for that wall. I always say it, snook love to go for structure. Keep my rod tip high right here so I don't get stuck on anything down there. Back off on the drag a little tiny bit. Wow, that was crazy. I think a jack ate my bait. I pulled it away from the jack and then a snook came up and smoked it. Let's freaking go, man. These wintertime snook, we've been seeing them today. They're so freaking finicky and so intelligent. We fooled this one. Not the biggest snook you'll ever see in your life, but a good fish. Oh, nice. Come here, baby. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's a good one, dude. Nice overslot fish. Backwater wintertime snook. These fish look a little bit different than your average ocean fish. Oh, we got him. We got her, rather. Oh, wow. I think she, nope, hook's still in there. I thought she just spit it. Let's go. There we go. Stud snook right there, probably 34, 35, 36 inches, somewhere in that range. Nice, healthy fish. I love when they flare up that top fin like that. This fish has a bunch of greens and golds, yellows, browns, all that tannic water, that backcountry water that's back here in this salt pond has this fish looking nice and dark. Very, very evident that this fish is a backwater fish, but let's give her a little water. Oh, biting down on my thumb. What a pretty fish, man. Pretty, pretty fish. That infamous line right there. We call these fish linesiders. Grew up catching these fish. You can catch them all year long. You got to change your tactics a little bit. We had to go way in the back today to find these fish. I had a feeling after losing that monster up in Stewart that we could find some fish close by. And we did, baby. Nice fish, nice backwater fish. Ooh. She's real healthy. We're gonna release her, of course. Doing the old classic revival here. Just letting the water rush through her gills. Brings out all the lactic acid. This fish fought really hard. They fight pretty hard in the wintertime, but there's a lot of oxygen in the water, so she should be good. We snapped a couple pictures. These fish in the wintertime are few and far between. She's spunky, she's giving me some head shakes. They're few and far between, so you just really want to take your time releasing them. I mean, in the summertime too, in the summertime they're breeding, so always want to take your time releasing a snook, you know? Show these fish the respect that they deserve. She just bit down on my thumb. That's a very good indicator that she's nice and healthy. We'll hold her here until she's 100% ready, and then we'll send her off. Beautiful fish though, man. We worked hard for this one, and I'm really glad it came together. Great, great fish. It's my all-time favorite fish right here. Sometimes I like to grab them by the tail when I feel like they're pretty much revived. Simulate them swimming just like that. When she's ready, she'll give me a really hard kick, but I'll wait until that happens. There was one good one. There's another one. Down she goes, right down to the bottom. That was amazing. Such a great fish. We really worked hard for that fish, multiple days chasing them here in the colder months. It's not easy, but it's so rewarding. I always say it, but it really does reign true. I'm not trying to sound cliche. Releasing the fish is probably my favorite part of the experience of snook fishing. Of course, you want to fight them and hook them and get that vicious thump, but watching that fish swim off healthy is just such a rewarding thing. I just can't explain it. I really can't put words to it. If you're a snook fisherman, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But that fish swam off super healthy. What a great trip. What a great day with my boy Danny. What a great video. I fished with Aaron. I fished with my boy Colin. It's been a couple weeks in the making, so we are going to try to fish for some more snook throughout the wintertime, and I'm sure I'll make some more videos, but that is all I have for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, take care and tight lines.